Hi students, welcome to our first class. We are going to start our first chapter today. That is a physical world. Before going to the first chapter, I am going to introduce myself. My name is Naveen Dibakar. The channel name which I am using now is Physics Intuition. Here we are going to use only two languages, English and Hindi. Most of the time I will be using English only. Now come to our main topic, that is physical world. In physical world, in this chapter, we are going to introduce science. What is science? What is physics? So what is science? Science is a systematic study of natural phenomena in a detailed manner. Theory and practical are involved with this range of study. Okay, that means theory and practicals are involved with science. Science is basically divided into two parts. One is biological science and another is physical science. Physical science, there are some subjects related to physical science. Mainly we are going to introduce only two. One is physics, another is chemistry. And geology, geophysics, those are also within a physical science. What is physics? Physics is a study of physical world which deals with concepts of space, time, matter, motion, force, energy, radiation, etc. etc. Okay. This is a physical science. This deals with basically concept of space. You know what is space, time you know, matter, object, those things. Motion related to bodies, matter, objects, and force, energy, radiations, those. Uh, Physics is divided into two ranges. One is macroscopic range. That range is in that range the scales are large, like a meter, centimeter, miles, kilometer, like that. Those are uh, scales. But in another range is microscopic. That is very small scales are used in that range. Uh, that like scales of the order of uh, nuclear atomic radius, like that. And the in macroscopic range, some topics are included. Those are mechanics, electrodynamics, optics, thermodynamics. And in a microscopic range, what topics or subjects we get? Those are quantum mechanics, atomic and molecular physics, nuclear and particle physics. Those are within microscopic range. Uh, Now, what happens while studying physics? We need to apply, sometimes we need to apply mathematical formula. So therefore, you have to remember some necessary mathematical formula. So I have mentioned some mathematical formula. You write them, you take note of them, practice them, try to remember them by writing them. Okay. The more you write, the longer you will be able to remember them. Okay. So try to remember them by writing. At first, I have written the logarithmic formula. You take note of them and practice to remember, try to remember, okay? Then after logarithmic, I have written the trigonometric formula. First three formula of trigonometry, this 1, 2, 3, you have got in class 9, 10. So from fourth, you'll be getting in higher secondary, okay? Take note of them. Now you need to learn something here. Sometimes in high school, what you got, if this is your right angle triangle, A, B, C, this is theta angle, this is right angle. Then in this case, you get a sine, cosine, tan, sec, cosec, those things. Here, look at this. This angle is smaller than 90 degree, right? In that case, you got a sine, cosine, tan, those things in those relations in class in high school. Okay. Now, in from higher secondary, while writing or practicing or discussing science or mathematics, especially physics and mathematics, you'll get a sine relation or cosine relation, tan relations uh, with respect to an angle which is bigger than this 90 degree or 180 degree, like that. In that case, we reduce that value of angle by following some rules in this way. Look at this. So we need to learn about those rules. That rule is called ASTC rule. Generally, angles are measured from here in graph. Okay. From here to here, this is 90 degree. From here to here, this is 180 degree. From here to here, 270 degree. From here to here, 360 degree. With respect to those angles, or some angles may be lesser than 90 degree. Some angles may be greater than 90 degree or lesser than, smaller than uh, 180 degree, like that. With respect to those angles, we are going to write some relations. We are going to convert some given relations, okay, in this way, with the help of ASTC rules. Okay. Now, positive. Look at this. What I have written here, if the angle is, suppose this is after this relation, we mention angle. In such cases, if the angle is 90 degree or smaller than 90 degree, all such relations will be positive. If the angle, total given angle is greater than 90 degree and smaller than uh, 180 degree, then only sine relation will be positive. Others, tan, cosine, sec, those all are what? In negative sign. Those all are in negative. Okay. So here look at this. If the angle is greater than 180 degree and lesser than smaller than 270 degree, then only 10 relation will be positive, others will be negative. And if we look at this, if the angle is greater than 270 degree, and smaller or equal to 360 degree, then only cosine will be positive, others will be negative. Okay. Yeah, I have mentioned here. This I forgot to mention here. That if the angle is smaller than 90 or equal to 90, then it will be positive. Similarly, if the angle is almost is equal to if the angle is 90 degree, in that case also it will be, all relations will be positive. If the angles are equal to 180 degree, then still it will be what? Only in this case still only sign will be minus and plus, others will be in minus sign. Similarly here, if the angle is suppose 270, then only 10 will be positive, others will be negative. Here I mentioned it can be smaller than 360 degree or equal to 360 degree. Now let's try to understand with an example. Okay, suppose we are given sine 120 degree. We are going to write this with the help of 90 degree. Okay, pi means 180 degree, pi by 2 means 90 degree. Can we write this way? Sine is, look, at the last expression we are going to write in a with the help of this 30 degree only. Okay, how we can write that? Look, this is sine 120 degree. Okay, that means smaller than 180 degree or gate and the greater than 90 degree. So in this range, sign will be positive. The sign will be in positive sign. Okay, sign relation will be in positive sign. Now we have to check whether this sign will be converted into something other relation or not, some other relation or not. Generally, if it is changed, if a sign is changed, it is changed to cosine only. In and cosine is converted, changed to sine. Similarly, tan is converted to cot is converted to tan, sec is converted to cosec is converted to sec. Okay. Now look at this, whether this sign will be changed to cosine or not. Okay. For that, what we have to notice? We have to notice the number multiplied with 90 degree. The number is staying in front of the 90 degree. Look at this. Okay. Let me. Sine 90 plus 30. Okay, we got this plus sign. Now look at this. What the number will be? Number is multiplied in front of 90 degree. That is 1. Now we have to check whether this number is odd or even. If this is odd, this sign will be converted into cosine. If this is even number, this is suppose 2 is even number, or 4 or 6 or 8, those are even number. If this is even number, then this will not be changed, sign will stay as it is. If this is cosine, then cosine will stay as it is if this is even number. But in our given example, this is odd number. Anything, 1 is multiplied by 90 degree. Okay, so therefore our this sign will be converted into cosine. And at last we can write only this angle 30 degree. What will be the value of this? Plus root 3 by 2. Okay. Now if this is a cosine, suppose I take another example. I take this example. Suppose this is our cos 120 degree. Okay. Again we will write this with the help of 90 degree plus how much? 30 degree. Now this is cos 120 degree. Look at this. Within the range of angle, within this range of angle, only sign relation is positive, others are negative. Here this is cosine cos 120 degree. Therefore cos will be negative. Now we have to check whether this cos will be converted into sine. We have to check. For that we have to check what number is multiplied with this 90 degree. That is 1. That is odd number. So definitely cos will be converted into sine. Now at last we can write only this small angle, that is 30, smaller angle. Now what will be the value of this? Minus half. That means the value of cos 120 degrees is minus half. In this way you have to solve the problems. You have to know this ASTC rule. Okay. Now I take this example. Which one? Suppose I take this. You can take any one of this. Okay. Now I take suppose I take this cos 90 degree minus theta. That means the given angle is smaller than 90 degree. We can take any angle. Suppose we are given 60 degree. Okay. We can write that 90 minus 30 in this form. Okay. Now check this. This 90 is smaller than 90 degree. That means the angle is in this range. 60 degree in this range. So in this range of angle, all relations will be positive. So the sign is positive. Okay. Now we have to check whether this cos will be changed to sine or not. That is, look, for that we have to check this number. The number in front of 90 degree, that is 1 odd number. Therefore this cosine will be changed to sine. and at last we can write this 30 degree. What will be the final value? Positive half. So in this range, all the relations will be positive. I have taken only one example because this is easy. You check others, okay, with any angle smaller than 90 degree. Okay, now come to another example. Suppose we take now look at this cos okay, sine relation is in that previous chapter. Suppose we take this example now. Again, you can take this example, but this time with the help of pi. Not we will convert this pi into pi by 2, but you can write at first in this form. Wait. We can write this sine pi minus 60 degree. We can write. Okay. Earlier we wrote 90 plus 30. This time 180 minus 60. Can we write this in this form? 2 minus 60. We can write. Now look, within this range, this angle is within this range. Therefore, this sine will be in this range. Sine will be positive. It is positive. Now we have to check whether this sine will be changed to cosine or not. For that, we have to check the number multiplied with this 90 degree. What is the number? 2. 2 is even. So for even number, sine will stay as it is. It will not be changed. Okay. At last, we can write on the 60 degree. Sine 60 degree root 3 by 2. Okay. Similarly, you can take cosine. Suppose this is cosine. Cos 120 degree. Cos 2 pi by 2 minus 60 degree. Okay. Now in this range of angle, cosine is negative because only sine is positive. So the result will be in minus sign. Now we have to check whether this cos will be changed or not. This cos will stay as it is, cos, because this number is even. Okay. Now we can write this. What is the final value? Cos 120 degree. That is minus half. Okay. So you check for others also, 10 cos sec, 10 sec, those things. Okay. Easy. These are easy. Now at last I take one example. Yeah, I take this example. M relation, M number, the number M. Okay. What is that? Sine 270 degree plus theta. That means the angle is okay. Yeah, the angle is greater than 270 degree. That means the angle is somewhere here, like this. Okay. Suppose our angle is sine 30 degree. Okay, can we write this? Multiply this 90 degree by 3. This will be how much? 270 degree plus 30 degree. In total, this will be 300 degree. So now look, within this range of angle, this sign will be negative because in this range only cosine is positive. So we have written the sign. Now whether this sign relation will be converted into cosine relation, we have to check that. Now for that we have to check the number in front of this 90 degree. What is that? That is 3. That is odd number. Therefore this sign will be changed to cos. And at last write this 30 degree. Cos 30 degree. Okay. Suppose now this is a cosine. Cos 30 degree. Now in this range of angle, cos is positive. It will not be in negative sign. This is positive. Now we have to check whether this will be changed to cosine or not. This whether cos will be changed to sine or not. For that we have to check this number. That is odd number. That is odd number. Therefore cosine will be changed to sine. And at last we will write only this 30 degree. What will be the last value? Plus half. In this way you have to be able to solve the problem. Okay. Okay. Try others. Now come to another rule. This is easy. If suppose the angle is of the sine relation is negative, then we can write in this form. We have to write. That means the sine comes out of this relation. This negative sign will come out of this relation, and only positive theta will be there. Positive angle will be there. Okay. But if the angle of cosine relation is negative, then at last we can write in this form. No sign will come here. This will be positive. This will be always positive, and this will be positive angle. If similarly, if the angle of tan relation is negative, then minus sign will come out this way. Keep in mind. You have to remember this. Now come to differentiation. You can write this expression in this form also. The meaning of them are same. What is the meaning of that? Change in y due to dx amount of change in x. The definition of that is this. And you can write this form also or in this form also. Okay. These are the rules of differentiation. how we are going to apply the formula, those rules. Okay, and these are the formula. You have to keep in mind. Try to remember this by writing them. Okay. Similarly, these are also formula. Take the note of them and practice them from now itself. From today itself. Yeah. Now come to integration formula. Integration is opposite to differentiation. Keep in mind. You'll get in mathematics also. But what happens? Sometimes we need to apply this at the early stage. But mathematics teachers do not teach at that time. Okay. Therefore, we face problem. The student face problem. Therefore, I have given this formula at the beginning itself. Okay. Yeah. Take note of them. Yeah. This much only. Here in this chapter, nothing special to be studied. No question is given in the exam from this chapter. The main things are from next chapter. So today we are going to leave here. Bye.